Today we'll be exploring Astoria, Queens in New York City. Hi everybody, I'm Diane.
And I'm George, and welcome to Diane and George Explore.
The world is yours when Diane and George explore.
We're taking the Astoria Ferry from the pier at East 35th Street in Manhattan.
It's about a 20-minute ride, and the ferry stops at Long Island City and Roosevelt Island before reaching Astoria.
That's the Socrates sculpture park on the right.
We'll visit Astoria a few times in this episode, on foot as well as with our bikes.
It's a nominal additional fee to bring bikes on the ferry.
First, we'll swing by the Welling Court Mural Project, which is a 2-minute bike ride or a 6-minute walk from the ferry. Some local artists were looking to beautify the neighborhood, and this is the result.
The first Welling Court Mural Project debuted in 2010. This growing collection of street art now hosts murals by artists from around the corner and around the world.
Next stop, the Socrates Sculpture Park. This waterfront park is dedicated to supporting artists in the production and presentation of public art.
For a quick snack before visiting the park, Chateau Le Wolf is right across the street.
Only in New York can you get some coffee and tea on one side and take your dog for some socialization and a biscuit on the other. The area that is now the park was an abandoned landfill and an illegal dump site until 1986, when a coalition of artists and community members transformed it into an open studio and exhibition space for artists. Today, it's an outdoor museum and designated New York City park, so it's free.
During the summer months, Hallett's Cove, also part of the park, offers free canoeing and kayaking. The park's founders named the park for the philosopher Socrates to honor the large Greek immigrant community that had existed in Astoria at that time.
While there's still a Greek population, new waves of immigrants have also arrived in Astoria, such as those living along an area of Steinway Street known as Little Egypt. Every summer, the Metropolitan Opera puts on a free concert in the park behind us, and we'll be bringing that to you soon.
The singers who perform in the outer boroughs, including here in Queens at the Socrates Sculpture Park, are part of the Metropolitan Opera's Young Artist Development Program. Principal performers appear only during the free concert in Central Park in Manhattan.
But there's no denying that these developing artists are amazing.
Next, the Gucci Museum, just across the street. Come join us.
The museum was founded and designed by American artist Isamu Noguchi for the display of what he considered to be representative samples of his life's work. He's been gone since 1988, but his legacy continues.
There's a peaceful garden at the back of the museum that hosts occasional scheduled performances. Overall, the museum has a very lovely atmosphere, and we recommend it.
It's a little more than a mile from the waterfront to downtown Astoria. We suggest walking up Broadway, which is right here behind us. It's well populated, and further on there are lots of stores and restaurants to see.
You also have the option to catch the Q104 bus, which is just behind us here at Broadway, intersection of Broadway and Vernon. Next stop, folks, is the Museum of the Moving Image. Come join us.
The museum's mission is to advance the enjoyment and appreciation of the art, history, technique, and technology of film, television, and digital media.
Check out this 1909 film camera. We've come a long way since then. There are lots of great artifacts like these cameras.
All of you gamers out there, take a look at these vintage video games.
There are a number of changing exhibitions and an ongoing Jim Henson exhibit. Hey, Big Bird!
Adjacent to the Museum of the Moving Image is Kaufman Astoria Studios. Numerous major motion pictures, independent films, television shows, and commercials have been filmed here.
It's a functioning production studio so they don't offer tours.
George, what's the best thing to do after a day in Astoria?
Definitely Greek food. Come check it out.
Greek food it is. Since Astoria is known for its Greek food, we tried 3 separate Greek restaurants on 3 separate trips. One was Bahari Estiatorio on Broadway between 31st and 32nd Streets.
We ordered several typical Greek appetizers, and they were all tasty. Crispy zucchini and eggplant with a garlic spread, broiled Greek cheese with tomato sauce and mushrooms, grilled squid, and grilled octopus.
Don't forget the complimentary dessert.
That too.
We also went to Agnanti in northern Astoria. The restaurant feels old world authentic. It's located in a quiet residential neighborhood and across the street from Astoria Park, which adds to its appeal.
Since there's limited public transportation in this part of Astoria, we took a car service back to Manhattan from here.
While we didn't spend a lot of time in Astoria Park, it is worth a visit.
There are a lot of outdoor activities. A huge swimming pool with a spectacular view, tennis courts, basketball courts, a playground, and more.
But perhaps the best part of Astoria Park is its waterfront view.
Back in Astoria one more time.
Time for some more Greek food.
Let's explore.
Finally, we ate in Amelos Taverna on Broadway and 34th Street.
This place is a little more upscale than the other 2, but we thought it was worth the splurge.
For appetizers, we ordered the grilled octopus with pickled onions and the zucchini croquettes.
For the entree, we had a whole black sea bass with a side of yummy mushroom, molten chocolate cake for dessert, along with a complimentary Greek sweet known in English as a submarine, a thick sweet paste submerged in cold water.
And some good Greek wine.
That was so good, and I am full. I think of the 3 restaurants we ate in while we were exploring Astoria, Amelos was my favorite.
I agree. That was a little pricey for the Astoria area, but it was phenomenal. And you can pick up the N or W train back to Manhattan at Broadway and 31st Street.
George, what did you like best about our trip to Astoria?
Well, for me, it's all about the food. The Greek food, of course, but also that Middle Eastern sweet called kanafi that I bought in that bakery in Little Egypt, because it brought back some fond memories when I lived in Egypt. Wifey, how about yourself?
We did so many great things in Astoria, but I have to say those Metropolitan Opera singers in the Socrates Sculpture Park, they were amazing. What about you, viewers? Comment below and let us know what you think you would enjoy most in Astoria. Here's what we explored in Astoria. We took the ferry to Astoria, and then we came over to the Welling Court Mural Project, which is a 6-minute walk or a 2-minute bike ride from the ferry. We came along then Vernon Boulevard to the Socrates Sculpture Park, which we visited twice, once with our bikes and once to see the free concert of the Metropolitan Opera. We came over here to the Noguchi Museum, which is right across the street from the Socrates Sculpture Park. And then we came across Broadway on the way to the Museum of the Moving Image. We came across 36th Street to the museum. While we were here, we ate in 3 separate restaurants on 3 separate trips. First, we ate in Bahari Estiatorio, which is located on Broadway between 31st and 32nd Streets. Then we took the subway back to Manhattan. The station is located here on Broadway at 31st Street. Another time, we ate in Agnanti, which is way up here in northern Astoria, outside the Central District. We also explored Astoria Park, which is right across the street from Agnanti. We took a car service back to Manhattan on this trip, but you can also walk or take your bike back to the Astoria Ferry. We would recommend in that case coming across 21st Street to 30th Avenue and over to the ferry. By the way, the New York City Ferry is the same price as the subway. Finally, we ate in Amelos, our favorite of the 3, which is located at Broadway and 34th Street. Again, we took the nearby subway back to Manhattan. Note that there are a lot of stairs at this subway station and no elevator, so if stairs aren't your thing, you might want to take a car service from here.
For a free copy of the itinerary, email us at the link below.
Thanks for exploring Astoria, Queens with us. We hope you join us on our next exploration. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of Diane and George Explore.
See you next time.
Until we meet again, bye.
The world is yours when Diane and George explore.